Welcome everybody, it's Rev. We're gonna play this deck. Some people were asking for gameplay. Not gonna beat around the bush, we're just jumping right in. Also, if I sack, it's not sack, because that's how I built the deck. So keep it to yourselves in the comments. The deck was built to sack. Yeah, listen. Live. Well, see, I'm already getting sacked. Lost RPS. This hand needs a Blackwing. This hand also going first would have been. Ooh, okay. So here we're obviously gonna shoot. I'm not gonna do any trickery. Um, and then we're setting MST so we have information on what he potentially sets, as well as if he MSTs, it's a 50-50 to hit or shoot. Then we can hopefully set up a. See, that's what I'm talking about. The 50-50 protects the shoot. That's what I was talking about. Um, and then we can set up our Sriracha Black or Whirlwind play. Okay. Make a note of what's in the hands. Um, hmm. The thing is, trying to think like if he draws into Rhoda or Greffer, we kind of want to take the Sirocco, but Gores isn't really going to be live anytime soon. But if we draw like a level 4 Blackwing or even a level 3, because I highly doubt he's going to set too much here, we kind of want to discourage him from setting stuff. So like we might be able to brick his Gores. This is actually kind of tough. Because if we take the Sirocco, he's less likely to set stuff, which means we can more likely resolve Whirlwind. The thing is we don't have a clean out to Gores because it's not live. I'm just gonna take Gores, honestly. I don't know if this is correct actually. Because if he has Greffer at some point in the next few top decks. I mean we do have Sirocco, but let's just set Dimprez. There's like the line of thinking for leaving Gores was that's fine. The line of thinking for leaving Gores was so that he'd like start or be more hesitant to set back row, and we could more easily resolve our whirlwind. So we know one of these is well, we know both of these probably. It's probably torrential and solemn. So I'm fine with either. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine by me. I'll take a 1-for-1 at 4, and then the other one's probably torrential. So if it's a hamster and we summon Shura, we're kind of fucked. If it's a Raiko, it's not great. Anything else, we're in the money. I think I'd rather hold stuff in hand for a bit because Sirocco, or if he like commits more to board, he's stuck behind a torrential. And then if he summons like almost anything, we have I think good clapback with either Sirocco if it's like a Vayu synchro play or if it's like just a Greffer thing. We have Shura. But I do want to set up this dad. So it's more than likely not hamster, I'm reading, just because he maybe would have flipped it, but maybe not against Blackwings, actually. He probably would have kept it set. I think if we wait too much longer, we're just going to be too far behind on normal summons. So I'm inclined to just normal Abora. I think this is the least punished. Because if it's a Raikou, we're fine with that. If it's anything else, I guess we would have rather summoned Shura. Yeah, this is the best outcome. Don't mill values, please. 1600. Okay. So maybe this is like a newer player or something. I don't know. He's running Vayu, so. Um, there's no reason to bluff a brain control here. I mean, his back row removal's gone, but maybe there is a reason to bluff brain control. Maybe there is. I think we can force the torrential probably if we summon Shura, unless it's a battle trap. Um, could be the return as well. Maybe you just preemptively set it. So I'm like reading this is torrential, this is maybe return, or a fresh set that I don't know about. We alternatively could try to summon and then brain control and just go for game that way, but I mean, let's just try to summon first. And like, if this gets torrentialed, I'm not crying over it. Okay, that's fine. Um, so middle set is probably a return or a fresh set, because if it was defensive, I don't think he would have torrentialed there. Like if it was a battle trap. My God, it's lagging. There we go. So here we're just gonna try to stack with dad. Um, I mean, there's nothing that like even gets this engrave. I don't think it matters. I mean, I'm like 99% sure we win, but still probably Goyo over Brio here. And then we don't have to play around torrential. So I'm gonna actually hit this set because I want to know what it is for game next game. Yeah. And then the return probably. Okay. Yeah, it was return. Again, I didn't sack. I didn't sack. Believe me. That's just how the deck works. I told you guys. Like, you just run sacky cards. Um, so siding, we definitely want the crows. I have been experimenting with two noblemans, especially going second into Vayu, and I haven't come to a clean determination. I mean, one at a bare minimum. I think knock is great. I honestly do. But Blackwings are mostly afraid of um, set monsters more than anything. So I think you want those. Uh, there's a consideration for Sidra, but I don't really think it's necessary unless there's really something we want to pare down on. I think going second, I still like shoot. I still think it's definitely at least these two. I think battle traps are kind of meh in this matchup. So really what we're kind of trying to do is we're leaving enough ceiling, but siding in more targeted removal over like the Icarus and deck dev going second. And I think especially in his build where he's got stuff like Sork, it's worth keeping Dust Shoot going second here. I'm just trying to think if we're siding down on a deck dev, if like a common thing to do is side out of the third Vayu, maybe for like a Cyber Dragon. Um, which actually I don't hate. I don't hate that at all. I don't really like Mirror Force in this matchup, as weird as it sounds. I really don't. Then I think we're just too low on defense. I actually like Dimpriz over it. Let's give this a shot. This is like about as good as it's gonna get with siding. There are like maybe one or two cards you could flex in or out, but I think this is fine. And kind of shit. I also greatly prefer bottomless in this matchup over dimensional prison, solely for like dark armed reasons, and then also like return at times. But I don't think you can ever side out bottomless in this matchup. I think it's just too good. Yeah, probably we're definitely on our heels like already. Like if he just has a Greffer that he can protect, uh, so we can maybe fix our hand. This is just we don't have enough broken cards. That's all there is to it. We need some broken cards. Hmm. Um, so it's never Bora because we have the Icarus attack. Um, it's honestly I just feel like I have to remove the Greffer. As shitty as it sounds, I think I'm gonna have to blind MST and just bump coconuts with Greffer. Um, just because we can't let this thing spiral out of control. So yeah, this kind of sucks. But we get to hold Bora for a little bit, just in case we draw Whirlwind, and we have like just generic 2-for-2 removal probably. Um, feels like shit, but okay, it was the right call to do. I mean, I kind of have a feeling if he had additional stuff in hand, maybe he would have sent Necro, but that's not really a risk I'm willing to take because he could top deck like Necro, he could top deck Rhoda, he could top deck like a million other things like Sirocco, Vayus. Um, so we're definitely setting bottomless. The question that's coming to my mind is if we want to play around Dust Shoot, if he just happens to draw Dust Shoot. But I think I think this is fine. I mean, there's also actually consideration to preemptively setting Icarus here. Just like if we're summoning into something. But I don't think we're going to be summoning into like a bottomless, and I don't think we're going to be attacking into anything where we need to chain to a Dimpriz. Um, this also plays around Dad a little bit better. Like if he has Dad and he just drops it, we don't potentially lose the 50-50 on our other back row. Okay, yeah, we're really fucked here, I think. This is actually something I would have liked to attack into with an Icarus down. Just didn't want to like play too deeply into heavier Dad. So we have no grave set up. Mm. So what I'm thinking here is kind of be nice to have the Icarus down, although it probably wouldn't even be worth removing this. But what I'm thinking here is if we summon Bora first and attack, it if he has like something like Caius in hand or something, probably baits like a battle trap. And then we have Shura, which is like if we resolve it, we're definitely in a much better spot. The opposite side of the coin is if we summon Shura and that's just a fake back row, then that puts us in a really great position, but I don't think it's fake. I don't think it's fake at all. Maybe it's fake. Maybe it's return. Set both of these. Is pro set heavy? Who knows? Could be solemn. It could just be a held Dimpriz. I mean, maybe he just doesn't think it's valuable enough. Rain. I think we have to let it go. I think I can use the Icarus on a brain and like unknown back row. Sure. Uh-oh. That's pretty good. I mean, I don't think that was ever the right play, but whatevs. There's definitely, I mean, that could be a road, actually. I mean, if he's that low on card activity, like, that very well could be a road. We're at the point in the game where we summon an attack. Could be road, it's not solemn, because he would have probably solemn that. It's probably not return. Not return. Um, Not a battle trap. A player of this skill level probably would have used back row removal, so maybe it is road. What am I missing? Unless they missided and like kept in like an oppression or something. I don't think we've special summoned. Um, or like a bluff or something. I don't know. Mm, it's road, probably. Still attacking into his back row. He would have had to draw a Dimpriz this turn, which he did, which is no big deal. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. I mean, we're just doing this for the beater. There's actually like consideration for just like necro, but this is a 2-turn clock. So we have a solemn set. I don't feel the need to set up the Icarus at this point. I think the thing we're most afraid of is like a set like hamster, and then we can set this Icarus, and then we're worried about like road plus solemn, like a very specific 2 card. That's actually fucking bad. That's really bad. I didn't thumbs up on the summon. Wish it would have given me more time. Kind of have to solemn it now that I know. I mean, it's kind of shitty to do this, but it's not really my fault either. Like, I didn't thumbs up, did I? Did I thumbs up? I want to make sure I didn't just cheat this guy. Uh, Normal summoned, yeah, and he just sent like immediately. So that was on him, but still not the way you typically want to win games. GG. Let's see what these sets were. This is probably the road or something, or just a bluff. EB so ass. Ass. Oh, it was a deck dev. Guess he kept that in. Yeah, maybe I probably should have expected that. I honestly wasn't thinking like a player that's this low rank would have deck dev against Blackwings. Usually that's in like higher rated games that kind of thing happens. I'm curious to see what the other set was as well. My body as well. We were honestly pretty fucking close to just outright getting fucking murked this game. Seriously. Like we were about to get fucked because we didn't draw like well at all. Like we literally drew like a bunch of non-limited cards that like well, we drew a few limited cards, but our average card quality was really shit and his was really good. Greffer, Brain, all that shit. Plague, plus fodder, deck dev. Yeah, we should have lost this, but that's the gameplay. Let me know if you want to see more or the other variant. I'm out.